Hey guys, this is Mark Shawson, the Pattern Trader. I'm just out obviously taking a stroll. I have noticed that the volatility has been substantially contracting, certainly in the FX markets in the last couple of days. With all of the background of the major health crisis that we've been having around the world, we've had perhaps the biggest volatility we've ever seen in the market, certainly in the stock market, gold, and FX. But I'm starting to see that this volatility is starting to contract. And what do I mean by volatility? I mean the daily ranges from high to low have started to contract, and now we're kind of entering a more range-bound kind of trading behavior. And this is certainly consistent with what we see over the summer months. And so obviously we're in a brand new economic and market environment and health environment, and so you never know what's going to happen. But if things stay consistent through the summer, this is usually a very difficult, very challenging time to trade, where you don't see the same kind of follow-through that you normally would. So if I saw the same kind of pattern set up in November, I would expect a certain follow-through, where going into June through September, now I get a little bit leery. The exact same setup, just because of the change in environment, makes a big difference. So the setup is really the same, but you also have to be cognizant of the environment. And so this is going to make a tremendous difference. Now, that's not to say that there's not going to be any opportunities, but you really need to hone in on the right trade setups that have the right risk reward. Otherwise, you're going to end up trading too much, and you're not going to have enough profit potential in your trades, meaning that I don't take a trade unless I can see a pathway to make 150 pips in that trade. I'm not, in this business for scraping out 7 pips or 15 pips, because that means you're in competition with your broker, who's taking 2 or 3 pips on your spread, and you're just not going to win that competition. So that's a prescription for just blowing out your account, and that's inordinately what we see. The statistics in this business are that 90% of people blow out their account in about 90 days, and that's because they end up trading too much, with too little outcome on their trades. Again, if you're looking for 7 or 15 or 20 pips, that's just not enough outcome where you can do that consistently over time. So I'm looking for 150 pips, 300 pips, 500 pips, 800 pips. I've made several trades just in the last couple of months where I've made over 1,000 pips on an individual trade. Now, you're not going to get that all the time, and so you have to wait for the right environment. And so, the one pair that I've been really honing in on is the dollar-yen. To my mind, it's not a question of if, but when this thing goes lower, because of the giant setups on the long-term trading models, as well as the weekly and even the daily. So every time frame suggests that there's no pathway but lower in the dollar versus the yen. But then again, we could be in a sideways trading condition for a couple of weeks now. And so I do think we're going to go lower, but it may take weeks or months to go in the path that I anticipate. So given this inherently perhaps difficult and challenging market environment that's going to be upcoming for the next couple of months, I would highly suggest that you check out my brand new book called The Scientific Trading Formula. In the book, I go through a number of different patterns that I use, the phases of the markets, what I call my insurance day bars. Now, I've been instinctively trading this way for 3+ decades, and it turns out all of my trading principles are scientifically backed up. So we have reams of scientific evidence that shows and tests the outcome of the patterns that I use, using thousands, 35,000 trades on one pattern, literally. And so I'm very excited about this new book. I'm very excited and eager to share it with you. And I think that it will really help you, in all phases of your trading, but especially as we head into this, particularly difficult part of the trading environment. The summer months, to my mind, especially for the FX market, get into more of a what I call a low volatility affair. Low volatility means that the average daily range starts contracting, and then you don't really get follow through. So you just start getting into this trading range and choppy market environment. And in the book, I'm going to show you the two time frames that you need to use on your charts to be able to kind of look at these things at a global view and not get chopped up by the internal market action, so that you donate all your money to your broker. So I highly recommend and suggest you check out my new book, The Scientific Trading Formula. It's available for any price you want to pay. And not only that, whatever you decide to pay, I'm going to take an exact equal amount and donate it to the American Children's Cancer Organization, so you'll know that it's going to go to a worthy cause. And that's consistent with my commitment to give back. When I started this business, I wanted to give back in terms of the value of my knowledge. And then I also commit, based on some of the revenues that we take in, that I take everything that we get in and donate it to the American Children's Cancer Organization. So I really, I'm excited about it. I look forward to, any, reviews that you want to share about it. And so check out The Scientific Trading Formula. And with that, I wish you a healthy and prosperous trading week.